Hey, my name is Pierre Garcon, and my mind's on sports.
Hey, this is Chris Baker, and my mind is on sports, baby. Swaggy time, check it out.
Last time we chatted, you guys were on the air talking about CTAB,
Yes.
just the growth of it. And since then, I know you guys been busy.
Yeah.
AAU team.
Yeah,
How's
man.
everything going?
Everything going, man. We've been rolling. Actually got our second AAU team this year. We got a B team, so we just been working hard trying to build up the organization, build up the kids, and empowering them to get to a scholarship.
All right, we're talking about the kids, so we want to turn the clock back just a little bit.
Okay.
So Daryl Towe as a kid,
Yeah.
when did you kind of just get started with ball? When did you form the game?
At a young age, but to me, about 10th grade, going around from Norfolk, Virginia, where that's where all the guys they from the streets, man. They outdoors on the courts, pushing the young guys around, the young guys trying to earn their stripes, and their name around the neighborhood, and just grinding, trying to get better. It helped me get better playing with the older guys, and trying to build a name for myself.
All right, so going back to younger Daryl in 10th grade, playing school ball,
Right.
playing in the parks, because that was a different time for some of us older people.
Yes, sir.
We spent summers,
Yeah.
days, nights outside almost.
Yes, sir.
So dealing with the kids these days, what's kind of the biggest,
Man.
what's the biggest difference for you as you try to relate to them?
Man, we were just talking about this, yesterday, matter of fact. Just yesterday. Just talking about how much it was a generational gap and the mindset just ain't the same. You back in the day, man, you ride around the neighborhood and you see 50 or 60 kids outside, man, just outside hooping, getting better, sweating and staying out there until their mom called them, the street light come on.
All day.
You ride past the court now, ghost town.
Yeah.
Everybody got to be, inside the gym with air conditioning and all this stuff, man. So it's the mindset and we actually got to the point, man, of thinking could we have coaches meeting, whether it's me and my wife or our coaches with the B team and said, is it us? Is it us or is this really going on? Everybody we talk to, hands down, say, man, it just ain't the same. The generation just soft and entitled, man. They feel like everything is handed to them, when it's supposed to be earned, not given, So just giving them the old school mindset is trying. It's a trying time, man.
All right, so with having that old school mindset, obviously there'll be a clash.
Right.
Sometimes with the new mindset.
Yeah.
What made you want to, it's a big task to choose to do anything with the youth.
Right.
It's just a big task.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about sports. Just even if it's just mental.
That's it.
And with CTAB, just for what I've gotten from it, it's obviously more than basketball. And just for you, when you were coming up, did you have those kind of mentors in place through your journey playing ball? Yeah,
I did, man. I had a high school coach, man. He was real instrumental to my development as a young man and also as a student athlete. If it weren't for him, I probably would have slipped up in some things, got caught up with the wrong crowd. But he choked me up. He gave me the truth. He gave me the honesty, what it is. Either you can go left or you want to go right. You got talent, you want to keep going up, then this is what you need to do. And unfortunately I was like, okay, all right, let's do it and run with it, man. But it's like now, it's tough. You can't even get aggressive with the kids and raise your voice, and they go tell a parent or they gonna cry, get emotional. So it's totally different, man. But mentoring these kids, we come to the mindset of we're not gonna reach everybody. Whether it's basketball, whether it's life, we're not gonna reach everybody. But it's gonna be 1 to 2 kids that's gonna get it, and they're gonna be the ones that excel and do powerful things in life. And they gonna look back and say, hey, Mr. Daryl, Miss Leah, they had our back 100%, and they knew what they were talking about to get me where I needed to be.
All right, one of the things with CTAB, obviously with the C,
Yeah.
Start with that.
Right.
You guys, it's not only basketball training, it's not just life. It's putting Christ into it.
Yeah.
So just with your personal journey with Christ, when did that kind of mesh together with basketball for you?
Yeah. Meshed together with basketball a few years back when CTAB started. Always been a man of faith, a young man of faith. My parents, my dad is a pastor, so I kind of grew up in the church and was around it, but I just ain't get it. I was just there because that's what it had to be. right? You know what I mean? But you know, so went astray for a little while, you know, dealing with the basketball world, and you know how it is when you're in college, you're in high school, you the man, you got women coming your way, you got, you know, guys that's trying to get you involved in, you know, drinking, smoking, partying, all that stuff. So I hit a couple of roadblocks when I got done with hooping, and finally, after 3 years I got done playing, ended up getting fired from my job. You know, I got fired from my job, and I just started thinking, what's next? So that allowed me enough time to start going to church on Sundays. And when I had my little man, you know, I started to think, what, I got to break this cycle, man. I got to do more for myself. I got to do more for my family. And just started getting the word in me, man. And from there, thought of CTAB, you know, some things came, ideas, went over with my wife, and we put it together. From there, up, you know. Anytime you're doing something, man, and it's keep going up versus doing something down, you know it's not, it's just God ordained. That's pretty much what it is, man. And that got me connected closer to Christ.
All right, back to basketball before we transition. For you, just being younger, when like you started when you were 10.
Right.
So kind of like for you, you mentioned when you got fired from your job, and then, you know, really get into the word. So like exactly when did the ball stop bouncing for you? Like at what level did it stop for you?
Overseas. After I got done with college, you know, I didn't get immediately picked up. I was still on my grind, say, yo, it gotta be a way. I know I'm gonna make it. I know I'm good enough. I just gotta get the opportunity. Opportunity never came. So in between there, trying to, you know, start a business, trying to do music, starting rap groups, and whatever I can.
A whole lot.
A whole lot. Yeah. Trying to fill my void, man. I worked a couple of jobs, but I said, it just ain't me. You know, I quit after, you know, 2 days on my lunch break. Somebody give me a call, Daryl, we hooping outside, we balling, I'll leave. You know, so after that point, man, I just started thinking like, I gotta keep grinding. I got to. And then I finally got an opportunity to go over in Argentina. Once I got in Argentina, situation was good. Then the coach ended up getting fired, and then I had to come back. You know, so from there, continue to grind. Gotta happen. But I was trying to beat a dead horse. God said, hey, this ain't for you. I'm gonna use your gift as basketball, but I'm gonna take you to your purpose while using your gift and inspire others in every little skill set that I gave you. And that's what's happening now, you know, where we at currently.
Are you talking about your gifts and finding your purpose? So many people in life struggle to find a purpose. You mentioned being a dead horse.
That's it.
Like, when was that moment for you when it was like, all right, I'm not gonna be playing.
Right.
I gotta move on. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a tough thing. Like, seriously though, you know, somebody, you grow up, you know, you have a dream, you're gonna be hooping, obviously you want to get the highest level.
Yeah.
And then, you know, reality finally kind of hits. Obviously there's nothing wrong with playing overseas, still pro ball.
Yeah, that's
but
it.
it's not, you know,
The pinnacle,
where you were dreaming of.
Right, exactly.
And you know, it's everyone in the world. You know, you grow up, you have dreams.
Right.
Some people courageous enough to chase them. And then, you know, you realize that maybe it might be, you were kind of in the right area.
Right.
But, you know, you weren't all the way on, you weren't on a direct line.
Right.
So, like, what was that like, that moment when it's like, okay.
Yeah.
It's that way.
Yeah, that's it, man. When I was working that job before I got fired, the kids, I worked at a residential treatment center.
Okay.
So
you
the
were working with kids.
Yeah, I was working with kids.
Was that like your first time working with kids?
I worked with them a little bit doing in-home counseling, you know, but it was kind of different. I'll take them to a basketball game, or I'll take them out in the community, and I'll take them home and, you know, stuff like that. But this was
like legit hands-on.
Yeah, this was a residential treatment center where, you know, it was a unit with a bunch of kids, behavior problems, and, you know, some other things. And we'll go over life skills in the daytime, and then in the evening, I take them to the gym. So when I took them to the gym, I'll sit down and watch them, and they'll be like, Mr. Daryl, can you help me shoot? Can you help me dribble? I ain't paying no mind still. You know, I'm like, man, this shift is over, yeah, I'm ready to go. Then one day, man, somebody gave me a book, a Charles Stanley book, and I just started reading it. So in between the kids going to bed, I have to monitor them in the hallway. So I was reading the book, and, you know, just things started to click. And then one day I was like, I could start my own program, me and my wife, our organization, and everything. I'm the type, man, when I see something, one little thing, and it makes sense, I think about it and keep brewing the vision, and that's exactly what happened at that moment. You know?
All right, so that's how we got to CTAB.
Yep.
And again, going back to purpose, So CTAB's growing. Everything's trending up, which we were just discussing.
Right.
You're an author.
Yeah. That's crazy.
First time I talked to you,
Yeah.
it was all CTAB. You and your
Right.
wife came in, we talked about CTAB.
Yeah.
You know, I've been busy, but keep my eyes on you guys.
Right,
You guys,
right.
you
Yeah.
guys are doing great.
Yeah.
You know,
Thank
doing
you.
wonderful things, helping the youth, and
Appreciate it,
in these
man.
times, I mean,
Yeah.
I commend anybody.
Right.
That takes some time.
Yeah.
You know, you got some people where, you know, the parents don't have time. And, you know, for somebody else to care enough.
Right.
You know, I think that's awesome. And how do you find a time like that's full time?
Right.
You have little man.
That's
That's
it.
full time.
Yeah.
Author?
Right. That's it, man. One thing about it, man, like I said, man, like even you said, a lot of people are just existing. They're not living. And one thing about me, man, I wanted to, you know, I don't want to die with no dreams inside. So that's one of the things since last time we talked. I mentioned it, or did I?
About the book?
Yeah.
Yes, you let me know.
Okay,
You let me
yeah.
know before it happened.
And that was just a thought. That was
So you let me know before you started writing?
Yeah, I say a book is in motion, or I'm about to write a book.
Yeah,
I believe.
you didn't even tell me a book was in motion.
Yeah, okay.
So like the last time we had talked and you mentioned
Yeah.
the book was like months went by.
Right.
And then we hadn't talked, and all of a sudden I saw the book on
Right.
Facebook. And I was like, well, okay.
Yeah, that's it,
All
man.
right.
Yeah, so just start working on it, man. One thing you said about balance. We got a lot of stuff going on, so I said, man, what can I do? I don't have enough time. I want to get this done. So a lot of people make excuses. That's one thing I talk about in Conquer Purpose. A lot of people make excuses. Just get it done. So what I had to do is make an adjustment. Start waking up like 4:15 in the morning, you know, knocking it out, writing some, and then, you know, by the time little man get up, I'll be ready to take him to school and all this stuff, man. But it's just about, you know, making adjustments, man, and doing what you really want to do. You want to be an author, be an author. If you want to, you know, be a chef, be a chef. But a lot of people don't have active faith. You know, some people got faith and they say they have faith, but you have to be active in your craft and what you're trying to pursue in your industry, and just go for it. You
I
know?
want to just elaborate on that just a little bit more
Yeah.
because,
Okay.
you know, you and I were talking about it before.
Right.
I hit the red lights and set the camera up.
Okay.
We were talking about that. Just because, you know, it's
Yeah.
something you have to have. I have to have it
That's
to want
it.
to do,
Right.
you know, to chase what you want to do every day.
Yeah.
Because it's a wonderful thing.
Right.
That peace of mind you have.
Man, that freedom is
It's
everything,
priceless.
man. It's priceless,
Nobody
man.
can put anything
Right.
on it. So if you just want to, you know, is that something that you pass along to the kids, and just not even kids, other adults you come in contact with, because, you know, like you said, you don't want to leave this place.
That's it.
Dreams left inside.
Right, that's it, man, and it's crazy because you see so many people just agitated, so many people frustrated and depressed, and that's because they don't know their purpose. They wake up and they're disgusted. They got to go to a job and they don't have no direction. They just wake up to get a paycheck, or just wake up to say, hey, this is what I have to do, instead of, hey, getting up and saying, this is what I want to do, this is what I'm going to pursue, and I'm going to just go all out. And whatever happens, and, you know, just have faith that God got your back. Like you said, that freedom, man. Once you step out there on faith, and take that leap of faith, it may be scary at first, but once you get it and notice it, man, it's priceless. It's priceless.
All right, and then if you want to, we don't want to tell too much of your book.
Okay.
Because we're not going to do this where if you talk too much, nobody's going to crack it open.
Right.
So you got a copy with you.
Yeah. Yes,
Let me see
sir.
it real quick.
There you go, man. Conquer Purpose. 7 assists to overcoming average.
Okay, so average is a key part of this.
Yeah.
And it's something, even when you just said it right now, I could hear the disdain
Yeah.
for the word. You might have not, you might have not been able to hear it, but
Right.
I heard it up here. So why don't you like that word?
Yeah.
Why does it bother you so much?
Average and mediocre, man. It's just too many people settle for it, man. We was born and God wanted us to live a tremendous life, man, and a life of abundance. And we get so stuck in it's okay or stay content, you know. I came up from a hard place. My parents ain't had no money like that. You know, they worked hard, you know, but everything went back to bills or, you know, trying to put food on tables like that, man. So I had to play my way to get a scholarship. Always had to fight, you know, so I always wanted more. And that's what a lot of people out there, they want more, but they don't know how to get there. They just settle. They settle and it just exists. So average, man, you can't settle for that. If you settle for average, you won't be average for the rest of your life, instead of going what God got for you and living a phenomenal life, and you know, and just having a phenomenal mindset, doing that whatever you want, and living out your dreams and your purpose.
All right. Why the number 7? Why did you stop at 7? How did you get to 7?
Yeah, 7 days a week, 365, and you know, it's from a biblical principle too. You know, it's God ordained 7, man, and just 7 assists to get you where you want to go. And also, I got a kind of sequel coming up too. Well, that's, you know.
Already though?
Yeah,
Seriously?
yeah.
So that just came out.
In a little bit.
I'm gonna have to rush and read that. How long do I have?
Oh man, you got a minute, man. You know, the wife ain't gonna let me get started like that. Back to back, but yeah, it's some emotion, man. But yeah, 7 assists to get you there, and assist is, you know, basketball term for 7 principles to get you where you want to go, to get you on the right path to finding your purpose.
All right, these principles, when you came up with these principles, are these things that, you know, obviously I'm sure, as you already mentioned, a lot faith-based, Bible-based. These 7 of these things that you came to, things that you use, you experienced. Yeah. So these are all personal things. They're personal things. So it's a story outside of, you know, things that I learned that found that was successful to help me. You know, I'm not saying I'm an expert in a lot of things, but I know through people's journey, it'll help them. You know, simple things like, you know, make a decision. We make things so hard, you know, just make a decision. You know, staying committed. You know, just reinventing yourself and committing to change. You know, it's a variation of things that'll help the youth. It'll help the young adults, the seniors. It also helps athletes in general who get done with their career and don't know what's next. You know, and a lot of guys deal with it. I know guys that still going through that same thing right now, have no clue what they about to do next. How do you get to that next level in your life? Whether you're a basketball player, whether you're a lawyer, whether you're in a relationship, marriage, and you just got divorced. What's next? You know, so that's one of the things that I felt that was needed to put in the book to help others get to where they want to go. All right, before we leave the book topic, I don't want to stay on it too much.
Okay.
We need people to go and read it.
Right.
And real quick, where can they get the book at?
Strictly online on the website, conqueringpurpose.com. Yep. So,
it's that simple.
Yeah, that's it. I wanted to have a lot of channels and stuff like that, but, you know, I just want everybody to come straight to one place and feed it through, you know, the independent, you know, route.
All right, the one thing I heard you say that is probably going to stick with me when I leave, and just because, you know, just the talks, you know, having talks with obviously you, other people that are out there chasing their own thing and living, you know, trying to find a purpose and living your purpose already. That commitment change, why is that so tough for people? Discipline. It's hard for anybody to commit to anything, and discipline, you know, it's hard, man. Everybody just so comfortable with what they're doing. Me and my wife got a term that says, get comfortable with being uncomfortable, right? When you're uncomfortable, that's when you prepare, that's when you grow. And one of them things is commit. Either you're gonna do something 120% or you're gonna do nothing at all. You know, so if you say you're gonna do something, do it and just push through with it. And committing to change is just dedicating. And when we say discipline, we're talking about really lock in. Because a lot of people, they say they want to lose weight, right? They got a New Year's resolution, right? They come like a week later, they doing the same thing over and over and over. Yep, definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again. But once you commit, you will see results instantly. And, you know, adding the faith and the spiritual piece, man, is no limits to what God has for you. All right, man. I can't wait to read the book.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
I can't wait to let you know what I think of the book.
Okay.
I'll probably read it like the next couple of days.
Yeah, it's a quick read too, man. It ain't no, you know, big thick book. It's a quick read. Get your mind going, and, you know, and start to think about some things, and then, you know, it should help people out, man.
All right, man. Just before we leave the book topic, what was it like when the book was finally done? You got that first copy.
Man, I can accomplish anything. You can write a book, man, like, cause that's so when you young, man, and you growing up, especially where I'm from, man, 757 Norfolk, Virginia. People ain't writing books like that. You see it on TV, you see it on the websites and stuff like that. It's like, okay, it's a book. I'll read it, but to see your face on it, your name and your work, your content, is a whole nother level. It's nothing that can't be accomplished, you know, and that's how I feel. You know, with Christ leading the way, and then I got my wife and my family support, man, it's nothing impossible.
All right, then lastly, we're just going to close with CTAB. What do you guys have going on right now? Like you said, you got 2 AU teams.
too.
How the heck do you keep up with one? Like, AAU is such a time consuming.
Yeah, it is, man. Yeah.
Like to have one.
Right.
And y'all went and got another one.
Yeah, and then you got the bad stigma on it, for it not being nothing. So push and pull with the parents and supporters and stuff. It's a lot.
What's that been like? That push and pull been like?
Right.
Because that stigma, that negative stigma that does come with AAU.
Yeah.
And then you guys are coming from a place where it can be perceived as negative as well. Where when somebody here is faith based.
Yeah. That's it.
People
write it off.
They take it to wherever the furthest you can go with it. You know what I'm saying? You can go with it. It'll probably be so wrong.
That's it.
But the furthest you can go with it, they'll run all the way there. So it's like you dealing with that,
right?
And AAU.
Yeah, that's it, man. It's big, man. Like all these there's a lot of programs out there, coaches that is not embodying what they supposed to for these kids to develop as great young men and women. They just focus on the next dollar, next athlete that's gonna get a shoe endorsement and all that stuff. So it's not only is it hard for that, it's hard to get recruits in because they want to go to this team, this XYZ team that has Nike sponsorship or whatever the case may be. But once the parents really see that we know what we're doing and we invest solely into their kids, they buy in. Not so much with the spiritual piece and being Christian. We had a problem with that in the beginning, but once people meet us and they see what we're about, they know we're not Bible thumpers. We lead by example.
That was the word I was looking for because when you guys first came in, like I didn't know what to expect the first time you guys came in. Like I knew you weren't Bible thumpers, but at the same time it's kind of like I felt awkward as a host, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't put you in a position where somebody could take you as a Bible thumper.
Right. Yeah.
Because as soon as somebody's out here Bible thumper,
yeah.
Whatever else you say,
It's done.
Ears closed, cold showed, everything.
Yeah, that's it. So we living like, man, this is what we do. We pray before games now. We didn't do that our first season because the simple fact that we didn't want to run no parents off or kids look at us funny. Hey, this is what we do. This is what we stand for. We're not compromising. Either you with it or you ain't. And from that standpoint, man, we been going up. So some of the things we got going on now, we just got done with our second annual fundraiser. We had Faith Fest, which is basketball tournament when we had church teams come in and play moon bounce for the kids. We got the Mega Hoops Classic coming up this year, which is down in Virginia Beach, Virginia. So that's gonna be big. Stop the Violence basketball tournament. Amongst other things. So it's a pretty cool time, man. Exciting time for CTAB and me and my wife and the organization as a whole.
All right, man. Anything you want to share with people to come and learn more about CTAB, especially those who have youngsters?
Yeah, if you got a kid, you got a child that want to get better, want to develop, and you want them to be in a program that really cares and invest not only time and knowledge into your kid, bring them to CTAB Hoops, and just outside of just coming to our organization, we just want to encourage people to, really find a purpose and walk on that journey. Whether you're an entrepreneur or you trying to build up in a career, just do you and don't do others. and just live life, because too many people out here just existing and not really living. And that's one of the saddest things that I've seen, and I'm so glad that I'm not doing that anymore, like I was, because I was once doing the same thing.